Hey guys, welcome back. This is just another quick just announcement I just want to make. I just want to talk about an addition I want to make to my pitch podcast. I just want to share this with you quickly. So as you guys know, you guys understand the concept of what the pitch podcast is. It hasn't come out yet. It's coming out May or June, spring, but definitely for sure summertime. We're getting it out there. In the meantime, I've been uploading like Showdown, Pokemon Showdown, and gaming videos for you guys. So I'll keep that up, and it's gonna be great. But this new concept I want to explain here is and listen closely, guys. It's called the Bat. Okay, it's called the Bat Podcast. Or it's called a Bat Podcast. Okay, guys, gonna have to go slow with me now. Okay? So as you can see, my channel says Pitch Podcast. Okay, but I have created a new concept called the Bat Podcast. So essentially, what I want is two rivaling podcasts that coexist beside each other called the Pitch Podcast and the Bat Podcast. Okay, so what is the point of the Bat Podcast? So, if the Pitch Podcast is me pitching ideas to the world, right? Think of me holding a baseball, I throw it, okay? Now, what the Bat Podcast is if you think one of my pitches is stupid, or if you think it's I don't want to say stupid, it's not the word. If you think one of my pitches doesn't make sense, you will be the batter, or someone will be the batter, and they will bat / hit my pitch out of the park, right? So if it's a good pitch, they will call it a strike, right? So it's going to be like a peer-reviewed episode if it's a good pitch. So I'll give you guys an example. All right. It's a random one. We need to pay for pornography like we did back in the 70s and 80s. Okay? Do you give your child consent to watch pornography? No, I don't, right? That's what I would pitch, right? So someone on the Bat Podcast would go, oh no, that's a terrible idea. People need to watch pornography all the time. And they would bat it out. They would try to bat it out, right? Or they would go, yeah, that's a brilliant idea. That's a strike, Chitty. And that's what they would say on the Bat Podcast. So let me use another example. Or they would go, let me use the marijuana limit. Let me use another one. Let me do a sports one, actually. 2028, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is a free agent. And he's Canadian, and I wanted to play for the Toronto Raptors. They just signed RJ Barrett and Kelly Olynyk. And they're bringing in a bunch of Canadian talent, and they're sticking with a Canadian theme. Now, I would pitch that the Toronto Raptors would need to sign Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for the 2028 season and during his free agency. So the Toronto Raptors should go after Shea Gilgeous. I would throw that pitch out, and then on the Bat Podcast, there would be someone going, oh no, that's a terrible idea. Shea Gilgeous is a terrible player. The Raptors don't need him at all. I'm batting that idea out of the park. Okay? The 30-gram marijuana limit. Canada needs to get rid of its 30-gram marijuana limit. I pitch that, right? I pitch it. The batter says, ain't no way in hell, that's fair. That's a fair limit, Chitty. And the batter would hit it or go, oh yeah, we should definitely get rid of the 30-gram marijuana limit. That would be a strike. Okay? So, or another example, last example. There should be a Bayonetta 5, right? Per pitch a Bayonetta 5, a video game, right? I think the last one was a Bayonetta. So there should be a Bayonetta 4. Sorry, I said the last one was 3. So there should be a Bayonetta 4, okay? I would pitch a Bayonetta 4, and someone would go, oh no, Chitty, that's a stupid idea on the Bat Podcast. There doesn't need to be any more Bayonettas. It's stupid. And they would try to hit it, or they would go, yes, that's an amazing idea. I love these Bayonetta games. There needs to be a Bayonetta 97 one day. And that would be a strike. They would call it a strike. Okay? So, because I don't have the people right now, but I will get the people to do a bat podcast. At the end of every episode, I'm just going to ask you guys just to rate it a strike or a hit. Is it a strike or a hit? So at the end of every episode, just leave a comment. Is it a strike or a hit? I'm just going to ask you guys just to let me know, is the episode a strike? Is the episode a hit? Until we have a bat podcast, okay? And that's what the point of today is. And that's what I'm doing, all right? So, yep, again, I'm the host of the Pitch Podcast, Trinity. That was the explainer today, and I'm out of here. Guys, see you later.